Skin Deep is a stealth action comedy game developed by Blendo Games and published by Annapurna Interactive, which is about as close to a guaranteed mark of quality as it's possible to get nowadays. It casts you in the shoes of Nina Pasadena, a retired cybernetically enhanced assassin now working as an insurance commando. You're frozen on board a transport ship, and if it's raided by pirates, you're immediately unfrozen and tasked with retaking the ship and rescuing the crew. Oh, and the crew are all cats. Did I mention that before? It doesn't matter. It'll be the least zany aspect of Skin Deep as we progress. And zany Skin Deep is. At virtually no point over its roughly 10-hour playtime does it even remotely attempt to take itself seriously. From the bright graphics and ridiculous character models to the incredibly silly story, this is an experience that's more like Police Squad than Deus Ex. This is a game that aims to keep you laughing throughout, even as you're gunning down enemies and picking shards of broken glass out of your feet. Skin Deep's gameplay is stealth action combat distilled to its purest form. You start every level with no equipment and you'll have to sneak your way through, assess the lay of the land and strike. And how you attack is purely up to you, and it's brilliant. There's quite a thrill to stalking an enemy armed with nothing but a lighter, some black pepper and a banana, just waiting until he passes a hand sanitizer station or a fuel line so you can light him up like a Roman candle. Or blind him with the black pepper, hop on his back and bash his head into a water fountain. Or wrench a piece of conduit off a wall and throw it through a window, venting the poor bastard out into space. Or don't bother with any of that shit and hack a security turret to Swiss cheese him. The choice is yours.
These guys are amateurs. I'm gonna dunk you. See ya, Bojo.
This playground slapstick approach to combat covers some deceptively deep thinking behind the scenes. The enemies don't act like the utter goofballs they seem. Make a noise and they'll not only investigate but commence a full roll call. If you don't have a walkie-talkie to impersonate the pirates you've taken out, a full alarm gets triggered. Pickpocket a guard and he'll notice that there's an item missing and sound off. Injured enemies seek out health stations to heal themselves. Dispatching them also has a twist to it as well, as all the enemies have skull savers, devices that detach their heads from their bodies upon death and float their still living heads to the nearest regen station that will generate them a new body. This means you have to pop the heads off all of the dispatched enemies and throw them into space via trash chutes or a window or just literally flushing them. This novel idea is even worked into the plot, as it's revealed that the pirates all sign up for this particular outfit because of this device's life-saving function. The tomfoolery isn't confined to the ship either. Due to a cybernetic third lung, Nina can survive in deep space, so you can hop out the nearest airlock or window and explore the exterior of the ship for new entry points, allowing for a wondrous amount of new attack options. You'll also need to head out to signal for an evacuation shuttle for the rescued crew. Once they're all off the ship, you'll have to fend off the pirate reinforcements, either by eliminating them too, or by sneaking past them and hijacking their vessel to the end of mission. Outside of the cartoon playground of the ships, you'll be in Nina's apartment replying to emails and piecing together the mystery at the heart of the story, which is why the leader of this particular space group has taken a dislike to you and seems to be deliberately targeting the ships you are stationed on in order to kill you. Look, it's not a complex cerebral plot by any stretch of the imagination, and at times it feels like a vehicle for just yet more gags, but I quite enjoyed it in its rampant silliness.
Got a plate up.
For a game filled with such good ideas, there seem to be several issues with making them all work, leading to some baffling design choices. For example, the foot shard mechanic means that you have to be barefoot at all times for just no reason. You only have a set number of methods to stun the enemies, meaning that every ship, which by the way are all manned by cats remember, must carry an excessive amount of black pepper, sodas and bananas, spoiling the immersion and making the levels all feel a bit samey. The decision to use the id Tech 4 engine, which was last used on Doom 3 20 fucking years ago, lends the game a nice retro feel, but so much more could have been done to spruce up the graphics, which at times stray into looking a wee bit primitive.
Why did you leave the flame trap turned on? I was distracted. Just sneak past.
So in conclusion, your mileage with Skin Deep will vary depending on how much buffoonery you can sanction. It's enjoyable with a surprising amount of depth, but its non-stop lunacy and low-res aesthetic may turn off a lot of players. If you're looking for a fun, retro-chic game bursting with ideas, gags and no real clue how to tie it all together, then Skin Deep will be the best 11 hours you've had in a long time.
Now don't you dare! Enjoy the ride,
Pirate,
Mojo!
drop the key to my cage. Grab the key. Let me out. Use that key card to let me out.